Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Health Talk. If you're in a region like I'm in where there's been rain all day, I hope you're staying dry and I hope you're staying nice and warm. Thank you for taking your time to join us here on Health Talk. Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center, where yours truly, Dr. Corbett, is the program director and Dr. Deidre Willis is our project manager. We are excited and we are indeed grateful that you've taken your time to join us here on Health Talk. Health Talk is our podcast for He Cares Training and Education Center. Here we provide you with health information, health education on all things pertaining to health. On the podcast, we occasionally have guests that comes on and speak upon specific health topics. But we're grateful this evening that you took time out of your busy schedule to join us here tonight. And we say thank you. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a subject that has become newsworthy and that we feel to come to you tonight and to talk with you about it and to provide you with some information about it and just have a discussion about this here critical health issue that is currently going on in parts of the United States. During this podcast, if you're watching us on Facebook, do us a favor, please. Hit the like and the share button so that we can get this information out to as many people as we possibly can. And if you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Give us a thumbs up. It also helps with getting this podcast featured to other people. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It just helps to promote the channel that we can get this information out to more viewers and more listeners to the podcast. And also make sure to hit that bell. So when you hit that bell button, you'll get notification each time that we come live or each time that we update new content. Again, welcome to Health Talk. I am Dr. Corbett. And tonight, we're going to be discussing or talking about, sharing with you some information about recent health event that is currently going on in the United States of America. All right, and during this podcast, if you like to, go ahead and leave us a comment. We will review your comments in real time. We'll try to do our best to get a response to you if you have a question or anything like that. But feel free, and we encourage you to leave those comments, to share your thoughts, to share your ideas, to share your feelings. Please feel free to do that. We will see it in real time, and we will make sure to give you a response. Okay? All right, so let's get started with our topic on tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the measles outbreak and why vaccination matters. So, as you may or may not know, measles are back on the rise, and we're going to talk about the truth about vaccination. You know, there are many people that has different views concerning whether to become vaccinated or whether to not become vaccinated. But we're going to talk about some of all that in our podcast on tonight. And again, please feel free, and we encourage you to leave us a comment, voice your concerns, voice your opinions, and we ask you to just be respectful because everyone is entitled to their own belief and to their own opinion, but please be respectful in your comments. All right? Now, excuse me. So first thing we're going to talk about is that as of March the 7th, 2025, just a few days, a significant measles outbreak has been reported in the southwestern part of the United States, particularly in the areas of Texas and New Mexico. The Texas Department of State Health Services has confirmed that there are 198 cases since late January, with 23 individuals being hospitalized, and unfortunately, there has been one fatality, a school-aged child, and this child was unvaccinated and they did not have any other underlying condition. Now, in New Mexico, there are 30 cases that have been reported, including, unfortunately, one adult death. And that case or that death is currently undergoing investigation. So, now what is measles? Measles is a highly contagious viral infection. Highly contagious. Please note that key word. Highly contagious. Highly contagious viral infection caused by the measles virus or the ME virus. Now, it particularly affects the respiratory system, and it is spread through airborne droplets when an individual who is infected, if they cough or if they sneeze. And the virus can remain on a surface or in the air for several hours. So if a person that is infected is in an area and they cough or they sneeze, that droplet from the cough, that droplet from the sneeze that's carrying the virus can linger in the air around where that person coughed or sneezed for several hours. And those droplets, if they land on the surface, a countertop, desktop, or wherever it lands on the surface, it can lay there for several hours. So with that being said, you may not even be around the person that coughed or sneezed who is infected with measles. And if within those hours time frame, you just happen to come along and be in that vicinity because that droplet lingers in the air and on surface for hours, there is a possibility of you coming in contact with the virus as a result of it being lingering in the air and on the surface for hours. So that's something to think about. Okay? And remember, it's on the rise and it is contagious. Now, some of the symptoms that are associated with measles. In the early symptoms are the predominant phage, and it lasts from anywhere from 2 to 4 days. And the symptoms associated with that is a high fever. Oftentimes that fever is 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. A cough. Person can get a runny nose. They can get what we call conjunctivitis, which is red, watery eyes. Keep in mind that some of these symptoms are also associated with other common cold, flu, COVID, things of that nature. So you want to pay particular attention and be very attentive to these symptoms. Okay, and like I said, they can last anywhere from 2 to 4 days. Now you get into what we call the coplet spots, and this can last anywhere from 2 to 3 days before the development of a rash. Now these spots, they're tiny, the small, tiny white spots with a bluish center and they appear on the inside of your mouth, particularly on the inside of your cheek. You begin to get these little tiny white spots that have like a bluish center in appearance, okay? And the inside of your cheek. Then you get into the rash phase. The rash phase, 3 to 5 days after your first symptoms. So 3 to 5 days after you notice the first symptoms, you can start developing the rash. Now the rash is a red, blotchy rash that starts on the face, behind the ears, and then it spreads down toward the rest of your body. Okay, so it starts in the face, behind the ears, and then start going down to the rest of your body. You may also spike fever during the time that the rash begins to start to spread. So these are some symptoms that you want to watch out for, as they are associated with the measles. Now, measles is not just a childhood illness. It can cause severe health issues. And some of those issues that are associated, or complications that are associated with measles, include things as a person may develop pneumonia, or they may develop encephalitis, swelling in things of the brain, in the area of the brain. Also, they get ear infection, or even develop hearing loss due to measles. And also, individual can have some complications during their pregnancy as a result of measles. So it is critical, and it is very important that we understand the complications that are associated with the outbreak of the measles. Okay, so it's a very highly contagious viral infection, and we've got to be very careful, and we've got to be very studious about vaccination, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go further on in there. So the measles, mumps, and rubella, the MMR vaccine, is the best protection against measles. Again, I know there are some people that feels like vaccinations are not worth it, they're not important, you don't really need them, they cause this disease, they cause this illness. Everyone is entitled to their beliefs and opinion. We're not knocking it, we're not coming against it, but evidence-based practice have shown vaccination works. Being vaccinated against certain illness and disease, it actually works. Okay? Now, if you have received one dose of the MMR vaccine, then it is proven to be 93% effective against the measles virus. If you've gotten 2 doses, it's 97% effective against the virus. Now, you typically get the vaccine between 12 and 15 months, and then you get another booster at the age of 4 to 6 years old. This is one of the key points that I want to emphasize to you today, is that in the year 2000, 5 years ago, in the United States of America, measles was declared eliminated. Let me say that again, and please take note of that. Remember, at the beginning, we said that measles cases are on the rise. In the year of 2000, measles was declared eliminated, kaput, done in the United States. However, due to there being a decline in the rate of individuals becoming vaccinated, the outbreaks are increasing. Think about that for just a few minutes. 5 years ago, measles were considered eradicated in the United States of America. And here we are, 5 years later, we are undergoing a measles outbreak in a certain region in the United States of America, and evidence have shown it's due to the decline in the number or the rate of individuals becoming vaccinated. And again, note that this is a very highly contagious virus, and it lingers in the air and it lingers on the surface for hours. So you could be around it, you could come in contact with it and not even know it. But what helps is that vaccination, receiving that MMR vaccine. Okay? So please consider getting a booster. Please consider getting vaccinated. All right, now we want to talk about some common myth versus facts about vaccine. One particular myth is that the MMR vaccine causes autism. The fact is that a 1998 study was discredited, and multiple studies have shown there is no link. I repeat, evidence-based have shown that there is no link between the vaccine, the MMR vaccine, and autism. Can I say that one more time? There is evidence-based studies that have shown there is no link between autism and the MMR vaccine. Okay? Another myth, natural immunity is better than vaccine-induced immunity. The fact is, natural infection, actually contacting the virus and letting your body build up natural immunity. The fact is that natural infection can cause severe complication and even death. Vaccine provide immunity without the risk. And let me just throw this in here. What the vaccine does is, the vaccine tricks your body into thinking that you've actually come in contact with the actual virus. And we're not just talking about the measles virus right now. We're talking about vaccines in general. Most vaccines in general, they trick your body to think that you've come in contact with that particular virus that you're being vaccinated for. And as a result, your body begins to build up immunity from that vaccine. So if by chance you happen to come in contact with the actual virus itself, because your body from the vaccine have already built up immunity against that particular virus, then your body now is able to start fighting off that vaccine because you have already got those immunity build up against that particular virus. You know what I'm saying? For instance, we're talking about the MMR virus. So if you've gotten vaccinated and you happen to come in contact with the measles virus, then because you've gotten the vaccine, your body already has those antibiotics built up. It's already built up that immunity against the vaccine. So when you do come in contact with it, you've got something to help to fight off the virus, if that makes sense. Same thing with the flu. It lets your body build up those immunity or those antibiotics to help fight off that infection whenever it does occur. All right. Another myth is the measles vaccine contains harmful toxins. The fact is, the vaccine contains safe, regulated ingredients necessary for effectiveness and stability, meaning it's undergone rigorous trials, studies to make sure that these vaccines are effective and to make sure they are safe to provide to the public without any, real complication, side effects, detrimental effects to it as such. Another myth is that measles is just a harmless childhood disease. As we talked about previously, we know that it's not. The fact is that measles can lead to severe complication, hospitalization, and death, even in individuals who are healthy. Now keep in mind what we talked about in the latter video, in the latter slide, that you can have pregnancy complications. So we know a child, quote unquote, a young child is unable to be pregnant. Well, but you know what I mean. So complication with pregnancy, pneumonia, encephalitis, hearing loss, ear infection. So it's not just a harmless childhood disease. It's a very serious, contagious viral infection, and it should be treated as such. Another myth is that if other people are vaccinated, I don't need to be. The fact is that herd immunity only works if the majority are vaccinated. Declining rates increase outbreaks. So if you feel like the majority, what it's saying is herd immunity works if the majority of the people within the vicinity have been vaccinated. Okay, but because there is a decline in the rate and the number of individuals that are vaccinated, then the outbreak or the occurrence or the incidence of the disease occurring is increased due to the lack of vaccination. All right. Now, some real life impact of the measles outbreak is an impact on families, their emotional tolls on parents and the children. When particularly a child has become infected with the outbreak, it impacts the parent and the child. The financial burdens associated with things such as hospital bills, having to miss work, and then those long-term health issues such as the hearing loss or the ear infection, things of that nature. The impact that it has on the community, the outbreak that could occur in schools or in churches or even in the workplace. Okay, and also the consequences for vulnerable populations such as babies that are too young to receive the vaccine, or individuals that have immunocompromised conditions. Those, it's an impact on them as well. And there's also an impact on the healthcare system. Yeah, it affects the healthcare system. It increases in hospitalization and the strain on the resources. Medical staff facing preventable cases, and also the cost of outbreak to public health system. So the outbreak that is associated with measles, it has a real life impact, not just centralized, but it impacts entire families, it impact communities, and it's an impact on the healthcare system as a whole. And family already under strains, and the communities are already under great strain, and the healthcare system itself is either under a great strain. And now the impact that it's having from the outbreak of this measles case makes those things even more complicated. All right. So what can you do about it? What can we do about it? What we as a community, what we as a group of people can do about it? Encourage vaccination is one thing, and that's why I'm on here today, trying to encourage and have this discussion about getting vaccinated. So have that discussion with those individuals that are hesitant about being vaccinated, not just for the measles, but for being vaccinated against other types of illnesses and viral infections, that there is a vaccine that's available for them. Talk to them, have that talk to them, and try to encourage them. Seek out reliable sources regarding information about vaccines, such as the CDC or your pediatrician or your regular primary care doctor, or WHO, the World Health Organization. Also, Find out where you can get vaccinated. There's some places that are free or even low cost clinics that provide vaccination. So, seek those areas out. There's some public health actions that we can take. Becoming advocates and making community awareness, making the community aware, and policy recommendations such as school mandates and healthcare initiative. These are public health action to help to curtail the spread of infectious diseases such as measles. And my final thought is encourage individuals to stay informed and to protect themselves, from public illnesses and things of that nature, and get vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated against not just the measles, but other, as we said, transmittable health illness where there is a vaccine available to receive that vaccine for. All right. All right. Now, if you found this podcast video to be helpful, don't forget, if you're watching us on Facebook, please hit that like and share button. And if you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe and that bell to get notification when we do upload new content. So if you hit that like button, it really helps us to reach more people with important information such as this. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave us your comment. Please leave your comments. We would love to hear them. Dr. Willis and myself try to read every comment and to respond to every comment. So please leave us a comment and let us know what you think about today's topic. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns, or what are your opinions about it? Go ahead, please, and just leave us a comment, and we will do our best to respond back to you. Okay? Any questions or experience you would like to share regarding today's topic or regarding vaccines in general, leave us those questions and those thoughts and share those stories with us. We'd love to read and hear about it. And also, like I say, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching us on YouTube or Twitch. It costs you nothing. It's completely free. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when we upload new material and things of that nature. Okay, so you'll never miss out on any of our podcasts that we're going to be doing. All right, thank you so much for watching, and we will definitely see you in the next video. All right. Thank you again for watching. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching us here on Health Talk. Like I say, Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center, where yours truly, Dr. Corbett, is the program director, and Dr. Deidre Willis is our project manager. We hope that today's podcast has been informative for you and that you found it to be valuable. And I'm asking you, if you will, please leave us a comment, like, share, subscribe. It really helps us to get this information, these podcasts, and this education out to more people. And we do hope that you would just leave us a comment, tell us or share a story or something, what you thought about today's topic regarding the measles outbreak, regarding the vaccination and receiving vaccine. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What are your feelings? Any story you have that you would like to share? We would love to hear from you, Dr. Willis and myself, as well as our audience, because we will share your comments, your thoughts. And as I said, please be respectful in your comments. Be mindful. Show some civility in your comments. Okay, we're not here to judge. We're not here to to put no one down. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own feelings. What we aim to do here on Health Talk, Dr. Willis and I, we aim to provide you with evidence-based practice, evidence-based information regarding whatever health topic we're going to be discussing. In this instance, we're talking about measles, that you as an individual can make an informed decision regarding your health and your well-being. That's all we're to do. We're to provide you with the tools, with the information, with facts that you can make an informed decision regarding your health and well-being. All right? We hope that you found this podcast to be very beneficial, and we would love to hear from you. All right? Thank you again for watching us here on Health Talk. Health Talk is a part of He Cares Training and Education Center. All right, until that time that we see you all back here on this channel again, take care of yourself. God bless you, and heaven smile on you is our prayer. God bless. Take care.